I'm Kellie van Avery, and I'm here today with Tony Tillman, Justin Tillman from Apple Doors. We're going to get my garage door serviced, my garage door opener, and I'm really excited. Never aware that I was supposed to get my garage door serviced, never even considered it. Right. Can you tell me why it's important to get your garage door opener serviced?
Well, there's several reasons why it's important to have your door serviced, and don't feel you're any different than anybody else, because nobody ever thinks of having their door serviced. But it's extremely important. For one, it's the largest moving piece of your house. Actually, we're standing under something that's hanging from your ceiling right now, so it's extremely important to have that serviced. Most people do not. They never do it. Manufacturers tell you to do it every 12 months or so. Most people wait till something breaks, something falls on them and makes some loud noise, then they call Apple Door, which actually, if you would service your door beforehand yearly, it would save you a lot of money. It'd be a lot less, it'd be more cost effective that way to do it.
So we should get it done every year?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep, the manufacturer says every 6 to 12 months is when you should get it done. So we actually have service agreements that we put in place, which you're actually getting today, which Justin's working on your door now, where we'll actually we'll call you and schedule it every 12 months or so to make sure that your door is working in perfect condition. And the reason you do that is because you have all these moving parts. You have a spring that's above your head that actually operates the door. You have rollers that are like tires in your car. Every time your door moves, those rollers are spinning and moving. You have hinges that are moving parts on your door. You have your tracks that need to be serviced and lubed. You've got your operator. When your door goes up and down, every part of your door moves, every part of it. So that's why it's important to have it serviced.
Great. So how much does it cost to have a regular servicing done on your door opener?
If you do it yearly, like I said, there's two ways you can do it. If you were not a customer of Apple Door and you called me on the phone and wanted to service your door, different companies have different rates of hourly service. But generally that'll cover 1 hour of service, and then from us it's $147 an hour. But if you have a service agreement like you have, you pay for a lump sum for a 3-year agreement, and then it's highly discounted, usually about 40% discounted.
Oh, that's great. Great. And what exactly does he do on the services?
All right, so whenever you service a door, first of all, he's going to double check the door and make sure how the door is operating. So when he first gets on site, he'll lower the door, raise the door. As being a technician like Justin is, he'll actually listen to noises and sounds. He'll try to identify where the issues might be. Then he's going to first check your spring and the balance of the door, because your spring is only good for about 10,000 cycles on average. Like the door that you have here, that spring there is actually cycles for 10,000, but the manufacturer only gives you a 1-year warranty on it, because they don't know how long or how often you're going to be using your door. The average homeowner uses their door 10 to 15 times a day, because nobody goes in the front door anymore. Everybody comes through the garage. Absolutely. So you figure if you do that 10 times a day, that's 20 rotations of the door times 365.
That's
you just use the door a lot in 1 year. So you figure the life of that spring is going to be roughly about 5 years. So he's going to check that for you first, because when your door fails, that's what's going to fail first is your spring, and that costs a lot of money. And then it usually happens in the morning when you're going to work or when you're coming home in the afternoon, so it's always an emergency situation.
Right.
So he'll check that first. He'll recalibrate that, reset it. If he feels this worn, it needs to be replaced, then he'll replace your spring for you, or give you a quote to replace your spring. The next is going to go to your rollers. He's going to make sure your rollers are nice and lubed and that the bearings are still intact. Because I don't know if you've ever driven a car with 4 flat tires before.
Not a good idea.
No, not a good idea. Well, that's what your door's doing. If your rollers are worn, you're basically dragging your rollers through your tracks, which is causing more wear and tear on your tracks, your hinges, and vice versa. So he's going to check your rollers. Then he's going to check for cracks in your hinges to make sure that they're all nice and intact and no cracks in them from the rollers being worn. Then he will check the door sections. He'll make sure there's no cracks or wear or bending in the door sections.
Okay.
Then he'll check your bottom rubber, which I can see on both sides of yours. You have none. So he'll suggest that, and this is very hard and brittle. It gets hard.
Yes.
So every 4 to 5 years you need to replace that too.
Every 4 to 5 years. I'm pretty sure that has never been replaced.
It hasn't been, I can tell. It's hard. But anyways, what he'll do is he'll go through all that, and he actually has a 21-point inspection. He'll fill out every part of the door, and then he'll present that to you at the end of it. Okay. And that's included in a PM service thing. And if you get that done every year, once you get all these things done, then it makes it much easier, because the next year when he comes, he's not making the major repairs. He's just servicing what he's already done for you.
All right. And now I know nothing lasts forever.
Nope.
And homeowners have to plan for their expenses. So how long, typically, on average, does a garage door opener last? And how long would you think a garage door would last?
All right, so garage doors typically can last anywhere from 15 to 20 years,
15 to
as
20
long
years.
as they're serviced
Okay.
properly. And that's the key, just like a car. If you never service a car or your vehicle or your AC unit or anything else in a house, then it's not gonna last as long. But your door, the spring, like I said, is good for 10,000 cycles, 10 to 15,000. It can last longer if it's regularly serviced.
Okay.
Same with the garage door opener. A garage door opener life is normally 10 to 12 years, maybe 15 on the high side.
Okay.
But everything is cycle rated. Depends on how much you use your door.
Oh.
If you never use your door and it's, I don't know, you just don't ever use it, it'll last you for a very long time.
How much would that cost?
So we talked about the maintenance, right? The maintenance depends. You're so funny. So how much will it cost? No, the
How much
maintenance.
would that cost?
Well,
How
the
much
ma-
should we plan on?
Well, the maintenance is simple, right? That's generally, if you do the maintenance agreements with Apple Door, it's $256.35. That's for a 3-year agreement, so it's $89 a year,
Oh,
which is
that's
super
really
inexpensive.
good.
And that
That's
covers 2 doors. If you have an extra door, then there's additional fee for the extra door, but that'll cover up to 2 doors. But if you have to replace your door, depending on how you use your space, why you're using your space, like if you're parking cars in your garage and you want it to be insulated, then those insulated doors could be more expensive than a non-insulated door. So it really depends on your
Same
option.
with the ones with windows.
Yeah, the
and without
beautiful windows. So a garage door replacement for your size door could go anywhere from $1,400 to $1,500 to all the way to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, depending on what you choose.
All right.
Same with opener, right? Openers nowadays they're now more of like 2023, where before operators used to just open and close the door. Now you can get it with cameras on them. They're Wi-Fi enabled. They have Bluetooth capabilities. They're
Nice.
belt-driven, chain-driven, slow start, slow stop. There's so many different features, but they go from anywhere from, I don't know, $400 to maybe $1,100,
Right.
depending on the model and the things that you think are important.
And you at Apple Doors have several different garage door opener type
We do.
things to choose
We are an authorized LiftMaster dealer.
Oh.
That means that LiftMaster is made by Chamberlain, but
Okay.
like what you see in Home Depot and Lowe's is the homeowner big box store type of brand.
Right.
It's got a different motor in it. It's got different components. It's just a different operator itself, and you can get those from there. But when you call Apple Door Systems, you're going to get a professional grade, higher end quality products that will last you a lot longer.
When I was pricing it out for mine in particular,
Mm-hmm.
with the door and the install and the warranty for the year afterwards, it was actually cheaper than.
That surprises most people because
I
they'll
was
go to Home
very
Depot.
surprised.
Yeah, they'll go to Home Depot and they'll see an operator for $98. And they're like, oh, that's a great deal. And then they have to have it installed. And then the issue with having that is if you buy the operator from Home Depot or Lowe's or from a box store, you own the warranty on it.
Right.
To where if something breaks, goes wrong, you got to call the manufacturer.
Yes.
You got to figure it out. Even though we'll come out and service it, they won't send me a part for it. They'll send you the part, and then you got to pay me to come back out and fix it again.
Right.
So it's more of a headache. To where if you buy something from Apple Door, then we hold the warranties, we take care of the service work on it, vice versa. So it's a better investment. Absolutely.
Much better. I found it much less stressful.
For sure.
All the way around.
And you know who's doing it. You know we're a professional garage door dealer.
Right. Right.
So we do it all day, every day. So
I hope there's no issues.
thank you for having us. And I hope there's not too. Well, actually, we hope there is. And I'm just, no, I'm just joking with you. I'm joking. Next year there will not be. But I'm messing. I love you. But no, seriously. But no, it's good. Thanks.